I need more GIFs. I need more GIFs. This is a pain in the ass to do it. Anyways, I'm Crafty Andy. Look at that channel. See that channel? Crafty Arts. Yep, that's my main channel. Watch it. Anywho. Alright. So, onion nuggets. 1924. Yeah, someone punched out my screen. There we go. Okay, so pull up the transcript, which I hope I have on here. And wait for that to load, I guess. Christian Super Bowl ad, okay. Give me.
All right, so as I pointed out to you guys, conservatives got very mad
Was
over
there
a
anything
number
that
of
can satisfy them?
things
If we're gonna have a pro-Christian ad, are they gonna be mad
during
about
the
it?
Super Bowl the other night. First of all, just the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs won, they view that as Team Pfizer and Team Bud Light and Team George Soros. You know, Taylor Swift, they hate her because she's like vaguely liberal. Travis Kelce, they hate him because of his endorsement deals, and you know, they.
Man, it sounds like they can't enjoy anything. Can't enjoy football. Can't enjoy a beer. Can't enjoy footwear. Can't enjoy video games. Can't enjoy movies. Man, you think more of them would just off themselves, spare us their existence?
Another fucking day, another fucking show.
Alright, so what I'm looking for is mewing. Also doing this stupid CAPTCHA with cars. Car. No more cars. Alright, the cure for everything, right? Yep, solution to all your fucking problems.
Ed, honey, Mr. Pearl Jam. I don't fucking give a fuck about that. The Sopranos, Simpsons, Star Trek. One of these shows never existed. Which one? So I've had to like erase one from existence. I mean, it had to be The Simpsons, even as good as like its early seasons were.
The zombie Simpsons have
Just because, like, I don't know. Like, The Sopranos was so revolutionary for television, and I think in so many good ways.
So was Star
Stupid
Trek.
to get rid of it. Then again, The Simpsons really did bring it. I mean, like, I don't know if there'd be, like, a lot of these fucking adult animated shows that The Simpsons hadn't happened. I don't know. I'm not. You know what? Fuck you. I'm not doing it.
then time and space folded on itself to in your existence.
I enjoy it.
Easy pick, The Simpsons.
That was my first initial reaction, but then I thought about all the stuff that fucking came afterwards.
I think these animated fucking adult animated sitcom shows are a blight on humanity.
Some of them
And
are for sure. I don't know. There's like
I don't know. If they
lot.
disappeared, I don't think that I would fucking shed a single fucking tear, dude.
That was
Let 'em
the-
go.
That it exists and is allowed to continue to exist. I mean, just the very knowledge of the fact that the United States is stronger, better, smarter, faster, richer, more powerful, and we allow a blight upon our northern border to go unchallenged.
Anyways, what are we doing here?
Okay.
I mean,
Actually, I don't.
I don't believe.
Well,
you.
Yeah,
okay,
it's funny.
I do.
got a problem?
You guys both have problems.
There we are. Okay. Solution to all your fucking problems. Of course, can't name it that. All your problems. Viewing. I want to hear more about this.
Hate the vaccine, and they hate Bud Light because they did an ad with a trans influencer, and so this was a very hyper-partisan Super Bowl, I'd say. By the way, it's hilarious that the conservatives negatively polarized themselves into supporting San Francisco. San Francisco, previously they would have viewed it as like, this is Nancy Pelosi's team, and this is, you know, the team of homelessness and open drug use in the city streets. You know, they view it as like a zombie apocalypse type town with everything falling apart. So never in a million years would I have thought conservatives would be on board with San Francisco. But because they hate Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift so much, they negatively polarized themselves into rooting for the 49ers. So anyway, they were pissed off because, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs came back and won in a pretty wild fashion. But there are other things during the Super Bowl that I'm sure they were furious over. This is one that made quite a few headlines. Oh, there was one other thing. It was the they call like the Black National Anthem or something. There's some song that's referred to casually as like the Black National Anthem, and that of course pisses them off because, you know, they want, oh, it's only one anthem for all of us, you know, that sort of stuff. We've heard it a million times. But this ad really got under their skin. A lot of them were crying and moaning and shitting themselves over this one. So let me play the ad for you. It looks like it's AI generated to me, which is kind of insane.
From
if
here,
you
it
ask
looks
me, like,
AI
oh, you're going to do
generated.
a Super Bowl commercial and AI generate it? I don't
No,
know.
why not?
That seems like, that
It's
seems
new,
kind of wild. But it's from a group called
new
He
trend.
Gets Us. This is the ad. We'll watch it, and then I'll break it down. Washing feet.
Is that it?
More
wash your
a
feet.
cop washing a black person's feet. Here you have more washing feet. White girl on white girl.
This is an ad.
Looks like, you know, white guy washing Native Americans' feet.
I almost don't believe
White
this is
woman
an ad.
washing a girl's feet in front of a family planning clinic. Mom and daughter, maybe, foot washing thing.
Sounds like
Guy
someone's
doing
fetish
a,
snuck into
again, looks
the
like a Native
Super Bowl
American
ad.
woman's feet. Here you have somebody washing a Muslim woman's feet. Here you have a black woman washing a maybe Latina woman's feet. Black guy and white guy putting their feet in the... Here, I'll turn the sound off. Anyway, that was another one. That last one was what? It was a priest washing a black guy's feet. So anyway, here, let me play the rest. It says, Jesus didn't teach hate. Jesus didn't teach hate. He washed feet. Okay. He gets us. All of us. Jesus. HeGetsUs.com/love your neighbor. Couple thoughts. First of all,
How
the
dare
feet
you.
guys were probably loving this ad. They were getting all hot under the collar as they watched the feet washing ad, and they wish they could be part of the feet washing ad. I'm sure that's the reality of the situation.
I wish they could be the feet.
But, you know, you see this, and the first thing you go is, well, what the hell is this group? He Gets Us. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think this group often does Super Bowl ads, and we may have even talked about the previous one that they did last year, the year before, as well. And so I looked it up. He Gets Us is an American religious advertising campaign by the Servant Foundation. a nonprofit funded primarily by anonymous donors. By the way, that's a lot of money to get from anonymous donors, because this ad had to cost, how long was it? Was it 30 seconds or a minute? It was a minute, so it was like $14 million or something like that. I know the 30-second ads are $7 million. I'm just guessing that the minute-long ones are $14 million. I don't know, honestly, but it's got to be a lot of money.
Religion.
First launched in 2022, the campaign's stated goal is to reintroduce people to the Jesus of the Bible. Its campaigns are designed to cater to younger demographics and religious skeptics via allusions to present-day social movements with an emphasis on values such as inclusion, compassion, and radical forgiveness. At least $100 million was initially spent on the campaign, which has included billboards, sponsor placements, and television commercials. The campaign aired multiple spots during the 2022-2023 NFL playoffs, including 2 during the Super Bowl, so I was right about that. He Gets Us has faced criticism over the extensive spending by the campaign, its donor support of anti-abortion and anti-LGBT groups, and disputes over claims that the campaign is apolitical. Okay. So, like, they claim to be apolitical, but, you know, apparently, they've also donated money in support of anti-abortion groups and anti-gay groups, which, you know, unfortunately is kind of par for the course for a lot of Christian organizations.
So wait, why are
What's
Christians
interesting
mad?
to me is the discrepancy between funding the right-wing social causes, anti-abortion, anti-gay, but also seemingly preaching the love, compassion, radical forgiveness type stuff that they did in this ad and that they've done in other ads, where they're trying to, at least that core part of Jesus's philosophy, they're at least trying to push that out there as like, this is what the real Jesus is about. He is about forgiveness. Nobody's above him. He's washing the feet of the rejected from society, et cetera, et cetera. So it's interesting because usually, you guys know this, usually if you get a right-wing Christian group, they're right-wing across the board. And they would be like, we hate welfare, we hate Medicare and Medicaid, we want to cut money for the poor, pull yourself up by your damn bootstraps. But to be fair, those right-wing Christian groups, they're not really embodying the main message of Jesus of the New Testament, right? They're not. This guy was like a Marxist before Marxism was a thing, right? Just the most plain-faced reading you could ever imagine of the Bible. That's the takeaway. So it's a weird group. Right-wing on the social issues, but seemingly actually preaching, hey, forgive people, nobody's above you, be kind,
Yeah, I get it.
wash feet,
It's
et cetera, right?
Get to it.
So very
Come on,
bizarre.
Move on.
So why is the right pissed off? Honestly, I don't know. Is it the fact that in some instances you had like a cop washing a black person's feet or a Muslim woman's feet getting washed, or I don't know. I heard like Tommy Lauren came out and said, so I guess Christians are just supposed to wash feet or something like that. Like, yeah, yeah, that's right. Jesus is supposed to be, I love everybody, I'm going to take care of everybody, the poor, the downtrodden, the displaced, the rejected by society. I'm here, I'm going to help out. That's his whole thing. Very anti-rich, very, very clearly anti-rich. And so why are they pissed off? I don't know, man. They get pissed off at fucking everything. Because nominally, this is a group they should support. Why? I just told you. The group's anti-abortion. The group's anti-gay. They're at least trying on, being kind to others by, like, trying to embrace parts of Jesus' message there, right? They should love this group, but they don't. Why? Because they don't like the, hey, be kind to others. Hey, look out for other people. Hey, you're not above washing some poor person's feet or whatever. I think that's why they're pissed off. And it's just, I don't get it, man. They get pissed off at everything. Drives them crazy. Everything. They lose their mind. It's just on a hair trigger. They're the biggest snowflakes in the world. Now, by the way, at the end of the segment, I'm coming full circle now to make my point of disagreement. Obviously, I hate that this group is anti-abortion and anti-gay. I hate that. The messages in this ad, not necessarily bad messages. But hold on now. If you spent like $14 million on this ad, and you're a Christian group, couldn't that $14 million have gone to putting a roof over the heads of homeless people in this country?
Okay, went to
How many homeless
14
people
million
could you have
different
given
things.
shelter with that money? How many poverty-stricken children who are hungry could you have given a meal to with that money? How many net
Then you advertise
real-world
themselves, get more
material beneficial things could you have done for struggling people with the money that you blew on a minute-long Super Bowl ad where you got a bunch of shit from people anyway. So that's the part that gets me, right? That's the part that gets me.
Yeah,
You want
what
to
if
be,
some
oh,
people
you know,
have been
we're super
saying-
Christian. We want to look out for people. We
Just so
preach.
pissed off. We didn't. Fuck. Man. Come on. Get less lazy. Is there a sequel to Twisters coming out? Twister? Are you kidding me? Why? This should be interesting. I haven't seen anything come out of Reichling Watch in a while.
Our movement is up against some of the most sinister
Hopefully saying
forces
some fear-mongering
and
shit.
entrenched interests that anyone can even imagine.
You get quite far in democracy if you can convince a majority that they are victims of a minority and that only you can protect them. Gary Kasparov. The hell is that? Is that him? Says he's just a chess master? Yeah, that's him. Okay. I'm just gonna repost this. Under my different account here.
Let's rewind all the way back to 1990 when Vanity Fair reported that Trump's former wife, the late Ivana Trump, had told her lawyer that Donald Trump occasionally read from a book of Hitler's collected speeches, My New Order, which he supposedly kept in a cabinet by his bed. And a friend of Trump told the magazine on the record that he had given Trump the book, saying he thought Trump would find it interesting.
The threat from outside forces is far less sinister, dangerous, and grave than the threat from within.
Hitler's Nazi Party came to power partly by pounding the idea that the German government was being overrun by Marxists.
Der Marxismus bedeutet die Verewigung der Zerreißung der Nation.
We will root out the communists, Marxists, and the radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country.
When he wrote about rooting out Marxists and Jews, Hitler wrote, quote, "There was time enough at home at least to exterminate this vermin."
We are now in the process of defeating the radical left, the Marxists, the anarchists, the agitators, the looters.
Der Kampf gegen den Marxismus wurde damals zum ersten Mal zu einem Kampfziel erhoben. Damals gelobte ich mir zum ersten Mal, als unbekannter Eiserner diesen Krieg zu beginnen und nicht zu ruhen, bis endlich diese Erscheinung aus dem deutschen Leben beseitigt sein würde.
In 2018, Trump told his then chief of staff, retired four-star General John Kelly, quote, "Well, Hitler did a lot of good things."
On day one, I will immediately sign a new executive order to cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial.
Well, I mean, as long as it's transgender and not transgender insanity, I guess you're good.
Sexual, or political content on our children. Who would even think that you could allow this? Who would say that this is okay? These people are sick. They're deranged.
Millionen der deutschen Volksgenossen nehmen gar keinen Anteil mehr. Sie sagen ihnen nichts mehr.
Everything woke turns to shit.
Dann kam der Verfall unserer Kultur. diese Welle von Verfestung unseres ganzen kulturellen Lebens,
You really do have to ask yourself, where does it stop?
der Vergiftung unseres Theaters, der Kino, die ganze Kunst, sie wird nun langsam vernarrt.
The Marxism
I
being
mean, this does sound like every fucking speech I've ever heard, since I was conscious. Everything's being corrupted. Our movies, our television, blah, 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 fucking blah. Every fucking half a decade.
preached in our schools is also totally hostile to Judeo-Christian teachings.
Diese Kunst, die nicht aus unserem Volk geboren worden ist, sondern die uns fremd ist und fremd bleiben wird, die nichts mit deutschem Wesen zu tun hat und nicht aus unserer Seele kam.
We will cut federal funding for any school or program pushing critical race theory onto our children. We will teach students to love their country, not to hate their country like they're taught right now.
Wir wollen unsere Jugend wieder hineinführen in dieses herrliche Reich unserer Vergangenheit.
On day one, we will begin to find and remove the radical zealots and Marxists who have infiltrated the Federal Department of Education.
Der Angriff gegen die Erziehung unserer Jugend, die Vergiftung der kleinen Kindergehirne schon.
We will never allow an angry mob to tear down our statues, erase our history.
No one did that. They tore down some monuments made up for some slave-owning douchefuckers. They erased them from history. That wasn't their like historical archive that got taken down. They're generals of a fucking losing side.
And we will defend, protect, and preserve American way of life, which began in 1492 when Columbus discovered America.
Die Beschimpfung aller großen Männer unseres Volkes.
In toppling the heroes of 1776, they seek to dissolve the bonds of love and loyalty that we feel for our country and that we feel for each other. It's all about our children.
Das Entfernen der Erinnerung an sie aus den Herzen und aus dem Gehirn dieser kleinen deutschen Jugend und damit im Großen eine Besuddelung der deutschen Geschichte überhaupt.
From the heroes and the patriots, the pioneers and the legends who tamed the great wilderness, who settled this vast continent, and who laid down the railroads, raised up the skyscrapers, and poured out their blood, sweat, and tears to build this country into the greatest nation in the history of the world.
Es wird und schafft unserer Vorfahren, demütig soll sie sich beugen vor denen, die vor uns lebten und schuf und arbeiteten und wirkten, auf dass wir heute leben können.
That is why we pay tribute to generations of American heroes whose names have etched on our monuments and memorials. The radical ideology attacking our country advances under the banner of social justice. But in truth, it would demolish both justice and society.
Nichts, was einst groß war, nichts, was mitgeholfen hat, diesen Staat und dieses Volk zu begründen, stark zu machen, wurde nun verschont von diesen zersetzenden und verfressenen Angriffen.
Their goal is not a better America. Their goal is to end America.
Alles heruntergezogen, angefangen von den Symbolen der Vergangenheit, von Blockaden und Fahnen, bis zu den großen Männern unserer Geschichte.
We are Americans, and the future belongs to us. We are going to have a great future. We are going to turn this mess around. This is a horrible thing that's happening to our country. We will make America great again.
Es kam die Zeit, da man sich nur dann mit Stolz zum Deutschen bekennen.
What is this weird shit you're pulling, Scotty, dude? You replaced yourself with this hot dude? And you think we're not gonna notice? Where's the real Scotty? Scotty? No fucking way, dude. No way that's Scotty. No fucking way, dude. No way.
Diss, bro.
Don
I don't know if this-
Michelangelo.
I don't know if this was.
100%.
I don't know if this guy was trying to diss you, but he just dissed you.
I know he did, dude. Don Michelangelo for sure.
Scotty does machines.
That's bullshit, dude.
Damn, dude.
That's like the
Scotty,
most
you got the.
offensive. That's bullshit, dude.
Damn, dude.
That's like the most
Scotty, you got the.
offensive.
You got hind tit, dude.
That's fucked, dude. You're in
Michael-
timeout for that comment, dude. I should ban you, but I'm being a generous. I already banned someone earlier. You're in timeout. Don't ever say I'm Donatello again.
Don't ever call no one Donatello.
I'm gonna go like Liam Neeson and take it on your ass, dude.
Donatello's kind of my favorite one. He's got the brains going on.
Don't
Yeah,
ever
if you got-
fucking call me a Donatello.
If you got,
Don't
Yeah,
ever
if you got-
fucking call me. Call me a Donatello.
if you got 4 friends even, and you gotta like, I mean, the thing is, you still had one of the good turtles left over.
I know,
You know?
dude.
It wasn't
I'm
like you were
and
forced
dude, I always
by
in
circumstance.
Turtles in Time, dude. My main was Michelangelo, dude.
Gross.
You're like, you're Donatello.
You one Donatello-looking motherfucker.
Donatello, bitch. If I'm Donatello, I'm gonna take that staff and shove it all up your ass so it comes out of your stupid ass mouth so you never can say some stupid shit like that to me again.
You Donatello calling.
Don't
you
call me a Donatello.
Don't
That's
ever
a
call
sack
him
of fucking
Donatello, and don't you fucking do it. All right.
That's where we'll end it. Alright. Doo-doo. Now we gotta go. Two-speed.
You guys both have problems, right?
Who doesn't?
Actually, I don't. Well,
Yeah, that's
okay, yeah,
funny.
I do.
No problem?
I have, I have a
You
problem.
guys got problems. Chat, do you guys have problems?
My hog is too big.
Yeah,
It's too wide a load.
Wow.
Nobody can take it.
That's a problem.
Well, good news. All of your problems are about to be solved. ladies and gentlemen.
Finally, it's overdue.
Are you ready?
This is mewing.
Let's get ready to mew. Bum, 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 bum. You guys ready to mew? Mew.
I'm just gonna gloss over this, TJ.
All the Kirk brothers now.
I need like a soundbite of a cat mewing. Perfect. Well, considering I have an overbite, my tongue's been at the roof of my mouth forever. Since the day I was born. Your tongue actually pushes your shit forward. So if anything, you would want to keep it under. To bring your chin out.
Possible techniques involve placing the tongue on the roof of the mouth to get health and facial improvements. The aim is to line the teeth, accentuate your cheekbones, sharpen your jawline.
Yeah, I also gotta turn this shit up. I don't know if any of this shit means. Just let that go for a little longer, dude.
And we must have a social policy that is pro-family, pro-life, pro-God, and 100% pro-America.
Geht damit sofort über zu einem 12. Punkt der Wiederherstellung der Sauberkeit in unserem Volk. Dieser Sauberkeit auf allen Gebieten unseres Lebens.
Oh man, this sounds like the same shit I've heard from Bush, Obama, Clinton again.
Sauberkeit in unserer Verwaltung, der Sauberkeit im öffentlichen Leben, aber auch der Sauberkeit in unserer Kultur.
Those who seek to erase our heritage want Americans to forget our pride and our great dignity, so that we can no longer understand ourselves or America's destiny. I have so many people saying that you can't do this anymore. You can't build these great companies anymore.
Wollen den Wert der Persönlichkeit, die schöpferische Kraft des Einzelnen einsetzen in ihre ewigen Vorrechte.
We condemn the brutality of the Maduro regime, whose socialist policies have turned that nation into a state of abject poverty and despair. We are alarmed by the new calls to adopt socialism in our country.
Und wir wollen den Aufbau dieses Volkes vornehmen, nicht nach blassen Theorien, die irgendein fremdes Gehirn ersinnt.
We don't like communists and we don't like crooked Joe Biden.
Wenn die ungeheuren Korruptionsskandale, die sich die marxistisch-sozialdemokratische Regierung...
Globalist politicians and woke multinational corporations.
Politischer Wirrnis des politischen Zerfalls und über all dem erhebt sich nun das Finanzkapital als Sieger.
This mixture of wealthy elite and communists is reminiscent of some of the worst conspiracy theories of the 20th century.
Trump has openly embraced supporters of the far-right conspiracy theory, QAnon.
People that are in the dark shadows, people that you haven't heard of, they're people that are on the streets, they're people that are controlling the streets.
That looks really a great deal like the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, the early 20th century conspiracy that Judeo-Bolsheviks were behind liberalism and controlled the media.
International banks plot the destruction of U.S. sovereignty.
Es ist eine kleine, wurzellose internationale Clique, die nicht will, dass sie zur Ruhe kommen.
I know why you're not going to support me. And, you know, you're not going to support me because I don't want your money. You don't want to give me money, okay? But that's okay. You want to control your own politician. We will demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers from our government. And we will drive out the globalists. We will cast out the communists.
Yeah, that's why we're still in Iraq, right?
Any Jewish people that vote for a Democrat, I think it shows either a total lack of knowledge or great disloyalty. In my opinion.
Well, okay, yeah, I do.
No problem?
All right. Let's see if we go.
All you gotta do is press your tongue against the roof of your mouth. Your nose will straighten. Your jawline will get fixed. I've heard it'll help you lose weight.
I'm done it. I'm done it.
Keep doing it.
What now?
Kind of uncomfortable.
Well, there.
I'm about to do hell. I'm doing it though. I don't mean anything.
I'll keep doing it. I'll keep doing it no matter what.
Yeah, hard to talk.
This may also diminish wrinkles, improve your airways.
Improve your airway, diminish your wrinkles. What the f doesn't it do?
Dude, I'm breathing so much better now.
Maxilla forward, potentially extending your lifespan. But
you're gonna live longer, okay? Oh, yes, dude.
All I do is put my tongue
we're
to
not talking miserable years of being a decrepit fool. Because after you've done this, you're gonna live on as a god among men. Yeah.
by enlarging your airways, reducing snoring and sleep apnea.
It changes the entire structure of your whole face. It's basically like the person you've always wanted to be.
People consider expensive plastic surgery and all these different things, like, oh, my nose is too big, oh, my nose is too small, oh, I'm getting wrinkles, and it's like, have you tried putting your tongue to the roof of your mouth? Dumbass.
Stupid idiot, just do it. Dude, I've been doing it for just the last couple minutes while you guys been talking, and I went and glimpsed at myself in the bathroom mirror real quick, and I'm hot.
Whoa.
Yeah. I got hot.
I mean, Paul, you told me you've dealt with sleep apnea, but you know, so I know it's kind of crazy because you're asleep, so I'm just doing, but if you do this, it's fine.
It works because in your skull you have these cracks or sutures that help the bone to enlarge evenly as children grow, one of them being on the roof of your mouth. If you apply consistent pressure on this, you can't face grow, just like using an expander device. This theory...
Guys, I'll be making this real, guys. It's fucking... Guys, I'll be making this real, guys. It's fucking real.
Why is it doing that?
Guys, I'll be making this real. It's fucking... Guys, I'll be making this real, guys. It's fucking real. This is what...
Oh, it's accidentally put it in there twice. Come on.
It's real, guys. It's fucking real.
This is orthotropics.
I mean, I just proved it, dude. You have cracks and shit, dude. If you keep pushing, TJ.
Holy shit, is that Paul?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get the, I need to get some notes, because I need to know what that means. That one. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I need to get one for weird animals and shit. But anyways. Tropics. Look maxing. That's how you spell woo science.
You vote for a Democrat. You're being very disloyal.
Today, Donald Trump is standing by the
No, it's not. Who's that? We have a male model on the show, clearly. Who are you?
Holy, dude, got hot. Paul's hot now.
I mean, yeah, Paul's probably beating those people away. Just
Orthoprostrated crowd meaning growth, which was inspired by my grandfather, who was a practitioner who used...
Why did he do it himself?
Well, I was about to say, why does he look so jacked up looking forever?
If he figured this out, then like explain his face to me.
Okay, maybe this is the before.
In the early 20th century.
He looks like a Planet of the Apes extra. Oh god, it's worse. Oh my god, dude, he's a wise old chimp.
Professor John Mew, the inventor of orthoprostrated, discovered his records, finding that it was indeed possible to grow the bone in people's... Building upon decades of knowledge and research that my father started and culminated in my family's dedication for holistic...
And again, I'm looking at you and I'm really wondering, why not use, if your own techniques work, why haven't you done it?
Yeah, how come the guy that revolutionized the technique that turns people into Chad face doesn't have Chad face?
I mean, if he did, I mean, okay, maybe he showed it before, this is before. Maybe he's tricking us, like, this is what I looked like before, I applied this revolutionary technique, and he has me now. We're like, oh wow, holy shit.
Like, hire a hot guy and be like, yeah, wouldn't know, I'm hot. Stuck to my mouth. You still like a dork, bro. But then I stuck my tongue in the roof of my mouth. Now, gorgeous.
Development. We have me, Dr. Mike Mew, the current expert of orthotropics and mewing.
The current expert of it? Shouldn't there be tons of experts of it if it's actually legitimate?
No, just deny it. There's no money to making it. The crooked medical establishment. The crooked medical establishment won't acknowledge these techniques.
And I'm sure this guy's system, because he just wants to make people happy, is free to all, right?
Hey, man, so you gotta do it.
No? Well, it's a beginner, though. There's different levels.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
enhanced facial aesthetics without having to fall into the pit of believing in expensive orthodontics, risky surgery, and short-lived plastic surgery.
Yeah, things that actually have been proven to work. Foolish solutions. Like, how they present the actual things that work is like, oh, slim flam, oh, short capacity, orthodontics, yeah, nonsense. Like, this actually works, though.
your mouth, moron!
Are the only solutions.
Yes, guys, security needs something, dude. Everything of that?
Okay, then, yeah,
That's some chapters here. We went through the chapters. This is
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it up louder. I more caffeine.
Dude, it's all deviated. Got some chapters here. We looked at the chapters. This is the real cause of crooked teeth and how this can fix it. Okay. Orthotropics versus orthodontics. The problems of orthodontics. The hidden cost and pitfalls of surgery. Problems with orthognathic jaw surgery. Basically, this is like surgery is scary. Right, let's look at doing surgery. What do you want to do this? The plastic surgery here.
Inflated the tissues. Here's, again, full summary of the risk. Problems with plastic surgery. Unnatural appearance. Procedures can sometimes result in an appearance that doesn't look natural.
Dude, why does this music sound like it's trying to hypnotize me?
Probably is.
Oh.
Sounds like I'm like an underwater mermaid cafe.
You have so many problems, TJ. I bet you want to lose weight, don't you?
Yeah.
Have you tried pushing your tongue to move your mouth, TJ?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I feel my weight just
And you know what they say,
away.
TJ? Every minute you're pushing your tongue to move your mouth, you're not eating, TJ. You're not.
Oh, yeah. You can't
Lots of weight will be lost, TJ. You'll shed, how many pounds would you like to lose, TJ? 80 pounds, 100 pounds? Your facial shape will change. It'll be more aesthetically pleasing. Surgery. You know, TJ heard about a man who went in for an operation, TJ. He had a facelift. What happened to him? Came out a double amputee. Wow.
Or excessive fillers and risks. High costs. Common facial plastic surgeries like rhinoplasty can range from $5,000 to $15,000. Facelifts can be $7,500 to $15,000. Fillers and Botox can range from $5,000.
I'm sold. That's how we do it. That's how you do it.
Adam, you.
Now, we've talked about the pressures of society's norms and expenses. Now let's talk about enhancing one's physical and self-esteem organically.
Enhancing facial structure and self-esteem organically.
Okay. Which is a holistic approach to beauty and well-being.
There's a straight line here, but then over here there's like a little weird groove line.
He's gonna tell you the secret to enhance your face for free. They just don't want you to know the secret to you.
This is driving me nuts.
Dude, what if this guy isn't a grifter? What if he's that scientist, that movie scientist that the scientific community doesn't believe? And ends up at the center of the conspiracy to try and steal their research?
Your theories are outlandish.
Yeah. Cold fusion? It'll never happen. It's physically impossible.
How to do it for free without
A car that runs on mere water? Poppycock. Maybe they're the same way with this guy.
Actually harmful methods. The key to mewing is to do it consistently. You need to have complete change in not only your tongue posture, but also how you use the muscles in your face and the posture you have for sitting and standing. This is what we're trying to achieve. A straight neck, with the chin tucked in and the tongue on the roof of the mouth with the back third activated. Lips together, teeth together, and tongue on the roof of the mouth. Not only will you look more attractive, but by adapting a better posture, you'll look more confident. People will notice the presence you have.
Yeah, right.
You want peace.
You're gonna be Margot Robbie, TJ. It's gonna happen for you.
All it takes.
I mean, I have terrible posture, and it gets me probably as much attention as your straight up posture does. Gives me a whole different look, dude. I kind of shamble a little bit, and I like it.
Shambling Paul.
Like a princess or a prince, you need to act like one. Here are my steps to how to mew properly. Breathing and lips.
Right.
Breathe through your nose all day. Wait and during sleep. And some people breathing.
You can't control what you're doing in your sleep.
Maybe you can't. It's a patch will themselves to do it. They're like, I'm not gonna do that. Mouth breathe, guy.
Just tape your mouth shut.
You were just in my presence, guy, and I couldn't let you live. No, that mouth breathe, guy. You better shut your mouth.
Shut your fucking mouth, TJ.
You were just in my presence, guy, and I.
Oh man.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Well, as long as I get my tired spell here, and then at work.
You were just in my presence, guy, and I couldn't let you live.
Not Stevie, though, apparently.
And that was my warning to you.
Even during exercise.
You're a coward.
Now keep this under your hat, but I got more out back. They're real points and in short to make one hell of a snack. Now they're not exactly legal, but that's
Stevie, though, apparently.
And that was my warning to you.
Even during exercise.
Coward,
You
TJ.
breathe through your mouth. These muscles, which pull on the midsection of the face, are going to pull down, and your jaw may receive speed because the teeth won't be in contact.
Your face just basically becomes a straight slope down.
No, I think you need this technique, man. I think you need this.
I'm showing you guys, I've been doing this, and it's very helpful, Solve a bunch of problems. How to get the best results, That's where self app.
Mewing, a comprehensive guide to mewing. Delve into the science.
There it is, an app. I need an app for it.
The foundations.
Man, does anyone know? Does anyone in the chat know anyone who does this shit? Does anyone in the chat organically come across this in their daily lives?
Dude, there's hella people doing it like secret though.
And this thing has 1.4 million views in 13 days.
Yeah, I mean, look,
So someone's doing this shit.
they're out here among us.
There's people that want to believe that there's some simple solution to it.
It's kind of creepy. They're mewing and you don't even know it.
This man changes people's lives for free. We need more people like Dr. Mac. 1.4 thousand. Somebody's up.
Yeah, whatever, dude. That's bought and paid for.
I mean, well, if it's bought and paid for, it's bought and paid for with money this guy must make from teaching people to mew, right?
Oh, I mean, I don't deny there's definitely people that fall for this shit.
Been mewing since 2020. My health has improved. My looks have improved. My posture has improved, resulting in more confidence.
I've got more money now.
Yeah,
I've gotten more confidence.
Somehow all this system fixed all their problems. Crazy.
Oh, faceless guy. Oh, is he literally, like, wait. He's literally not showing his face, is he? Yeah, but dude, he has videos and stuff, you know? Look at that. All these videos on here. Well, do we see him? Maybe? This guy? Yeah, this dude.
Dude, is he mewing in these videos, though?
Let's see.
As in the next challenge, these guys give her.
I don't know.
He kind of looks like he is.
What Adam watches
He's
on.
doing right now.
And I think hey, this is wild, bro. Like, this whole situation is just wild, Loki.
Yeah.
Low-key, though, not high-key.
Yeah, like, I hate those high-key, wild situations.
I mean,
It's
that's
like,
too wild.
That's too much wildness for me. Those low-key, this guy proves mewing works, though. I mean, somehow he's proven it. Good women don't exist. Number one thing women don't want you to know. I don't know what he's up to.
Booty, 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 booty.
Maybe that's how he learned, dude. Every time he saw a giant ass, he mewed. That's how he learned to change genders. Probably enough of mewing. I think everyone's sold. And we'll start doing that immediately. Terrible segment, teacher. Terrible. Why? It's all his problem because I know it didn't. Well, you gotta do it for a while. I mean, look, if you're not willing to fucking put in the work to mew, Scott. I'm American, dude. You're not willing to fucking put in the work to mute. You're not willing to put in the work to mute, Scott.
I'm staying over some of those fucks, that's all.
I mean, look, you're not willing to put in the work to mute, Scott. I'm American. Give me a pill that's gonna solve all my problems. You know what, Scotty? This is your problem. You know, you say, give me a pill. You're always telling me crying about your deviated septum.
Man, what is this weird shit? What is this weird shit you're pulling, Scotty, dude? You replaced yourself with this hot dude? And you think we're not gonna notice? Where's the real Scotty?
Bring out the real Scotty. It's mewing. I tell you guys, it's mewing. Look.
Dude, that's Scotty? No way, dude. No way, that's Scotty.
Scotty, yeah, you just got dissed, bro. Don Michelangelo. I don't know if this guy was trying to diss you, but he just dissed you. I know he did, dude. Don Michelangelo for sure. Scotty does machines. That's bullshit, dude.
Damn, you got hind tit, dude.
That's fucking. I got time out for that comment, dude. I should ban you, but I'm being generous. Sorry, banned him earlier. You're in time out. Never say Donatello again. Don't ever call no one Donatello. I'm gonna go like Liam Neeson and take on your ass, dude. Call me Donatello. You got 4 friends even. You got like. I mean, the thing is, you started one of the good turtles left over. I know, dude. It wasn't like you were. Always turtles in time, dude. My name was Michelangelo, dude. It's not like Donatello. You want Donatello looking motherfucker. Donatello, bitch. If I'm Donatello, I'm gonna take that snap and shove it all up your ass. Stupid ass mouth. You can say some stupid shit like that to me again. You, Donatello, call him. Don't call me a Donatello. Don't ever call him Donatello, and don't get the noise.
Alright. Just gotta figure out where to put the,
Professor John Mew, the inventor of all the crystals, discovered his records, finding that it was in...
It's worse! Oh my god, dude, he's a white. Yep.
Professor John Mew, the inventor of all the crystals.
Face to me. Okay, maybe this is the before.
In the early 20th century.
He looks like a Planet of the Apes extra.
Oh god, dude, it's worse!
Oh my god, dude, he's a wise old chimp.
They showed the before, this is before. Maybe he's tricked. Guy that revolutionized the technique.
Which was inspired by my grandfather, who was a practitioner.
Jacked up. Real. This is orthotropics. I mean, I just proved it, dude. You have cracks and shit, dude. If you keep pushing, TJ. Holy shit, is that Paul?
Yeah.
Wow. No, it's not. We have a male model on the show, clearly. Dude. Holy. Dude, Paul's hot now. I mean, yeah, Paul's probably making people away with this stick.
perfect. Alright. Because the promo does work. Boop, 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 boop. I want to get at least another 30 of these things done this month. It's a short month too, so it's a little bit of a challenge. But hey, I'm already, what, we're at the 12th? Let's see, we're at the 12th. I got 8 done, so I'm kind of 4 behind. I'm trying to get, I can definitely crank out. Just give me a good weekend, I can crank out a bunch of them. I was going to go to Michigan this weekend, but I think I'm just going to skip out on it. Do it during the summer when it's a little warmer, or spring. Combination of D&D and everything else going on. Gotta manage my time accordingly.
Why did he do himself? Oh, I was about to say, why does he look so jacked up looking for everything? Because he figured this out and like explain his face. You guys both have fun. Come out. Your nose. Paul, you told me.
Correct consistent. You need to have complete check only your tongue posture, but also how you use the muscles in your face and the posture you have for sitting and standing. This is what we.
Okay. You were just in my presence, guy. Right? I'll get the best results, yeah. I mean, I don't deny there's definitely people. Didn't. Well, you gotta do it for a while. I mean, look, you're up. me a pill that's gonna solve all my problems. You know what, Scotty? This is your problem. You know, you say, give me a pill. You're always telling me crying about your deviated septum. Like, Scotty? Way, dude. No way, that's Scotty. Scotty does machines. That's bullshit. Damn, dude, Scotty. Hello. I don't know if this guy was trying to diss you, but he can diss you. Don't I don't know if this guy was trying to diss you, but he can diss you. He just dissed you. I know he did, dude. No, he did, dude. I don't know if this guy was trying to diss you, but he can diss you. I know he did, dude.
Okay, copy that. Hook, our introduction. And let's bring the speed back up. Or down, 100%.
I don't believe you.
Well,
yeah,
okay,
that's funny. That's how you do it.
Out of Mew.
Mew, Scotty.
Fuck no, I'm not, dude. I'm an American. Give me.
Oh, missed the fuck.
I'm not, dude. I'm an American. Give me.
Mew, Scotty.
Fuck no.
Mew, Scotty.
No, I'm not, dude. I'm an American. Give me a pill that's gonna solve all my problems.
You know what,
TJ?
Scotty? This is your problem. You know, you say you
Give me
don't-
a pill.
You're always coming to me crying about your deviated septum, like, where's my
Man, what is this weird shit? What is this weird shit you're pulling, Scotty, dude? You replaced yourself with this hot ass.
These are people that want to believe that there's some simple solution to
This
teach them problems. How to get the best results.
All right.
I don't know if this was
It's another one in the bag. Here comes the Tucker. Hi. Oh, you usually want something. You want pets, you want foods, you want walks. You want something. You want something. What do you want? Well, I mean, guess we're not. Alright, yeah, let's do crazy videos next. Hell yeah. Alright, so we'll do copy. What? Doing the thing. Alright, we're gonna go to Project Manager. So next one's crazy video, so yeah, we're gonna jump to 1030. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't, I can tell it wasn't anything I needed to pull for this, for viewing. That won't be anything I have to pull for crazy videos either. Alright, well, while that loads.
This tweet that's ignited a firestorm. On Saturday, Trump blasted out the graphic declaring Hillary Clinton the most corrupt candidate ever, over a 6-pointed star and dollar bills. the imagery evoking anti-Semitic stereotypes, and it appeared 10 days earlier on a white supremacist message board.
More recently, Trump has unapologetically entertained anti-Semites. Trump had Nick Fuentes and Kanye West as dinner guests just last year at Mar-a-Lago. Fuentes, well known as a white nationalist and a Holocaust denier. Kanye West, just the month before, threatened to go, quote, DEFCON 3 on, all caps, Jewish people. West had, according to one of his former business executives, praised Hitler and what the Nazi Party achieved for the German people.
Yeah, I mean, at what point is it no longer ironic?
Wir aber hatten, und das war in weiser Voraussicht geschehen, den deutschen Journalismus so diszipliniert, dass wir in den entscheidenden Augenblicken nicht einmal zu befehlen brauchten. Ein leiser Wink genügte, um der Presse klarzumachen, jetzt gibt's keine Diskussionen.
I'm going to continue to attack the press. I find the press to be extremely dishonest. I find the political press to be unbelievably dishonest.
Nur durch eine geschäftige Presse wurde beim Volk aufoktroyiert worden, mundgerecht gemacht worden.
They want to silence us, but we will not be silenced. They will never show this ground. They'll never show this ground. No, they're never going to show this ground. They're never going to show it.
Ihnen erscheint es rätselhaft und geheimnisvoll, was diese Hunderttausende.
Isn't it amazing how, they don't even want to look at you, folks. They consider you deplorable and irredeemable also.
Die Gegner werfen uns Nationalsozialisten vor und mir insbesondere, dass wir intolerante, unverträgliche Menschen seien.
These are just dishonest, terrible people. I'm telling you that. Terrible. I'm going to open up our libel laws so we can sue the media.
Wird den Juden das freche Lügenmaul gestopft werden.
You are the enemy of the people.
Hitler made no secret of the fact that a vote for the Nazis was a vote for dictatorship.
He says, you're not going to be a dictator, are you? I said, no, other than day one. The U.S. Marshals killed him. That's the way it has to be. There has to be retribution when you have crime like this. To be honest with you have to get rid of judges. You catch somebody and
Hello, Santy's Playhouse. How goes your day?
they bring him to a court. Then I have an Article 2 where I have the right to do whatever I want. You have to go see Bill Gates and a lot of different people that really understand what's happening. We have to talk to them, maybe in certain areas, closing that internet up in some way.
The leading Republican presidential candidate, Donald Trump, and Republicans more broadly, have this plan that they want to put in place if the Republican Party wins the presidency in 2024. And it is a plan to radically change the form of governance that we have in the United States so as to concentrate all the power of the government in the hands of a single leader. Quote, our current executive branch was conceived of by liberals. What's necessary is a complete system overhaul. Quote, what we're trying to do is identify the pockets of independence inside the U.S. government and seize them. The plan is to change the structure of the U.S. government so the next president, the next Republican president, will take direct control of all state power. He would, for example, take over all federal law enforcement and run that directly for his own benefit through the DOJ. There would be no more independence of federal law enforcement. The next president would take control of private business in this country for his own benefit through the powers of the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. The next president.
All right, I'm gonna feed Dongo. I'll be back in like a minute. All right. Dog fed. Let's continue on here. Oh, good, it loaded. So make a bin. Made a temp. What was it? Viewing. Copy that timeline here. All right. Crazy videos.
And then we will finish out the night with some crazy.
Are they crazy? Oh, is it after midnight? Oh, it is. Happy Halloween. After midnight? Oh, is it?
Let's get some crazy videos going.
Would revive an old and, I should say, illegal practice called impoundment, which would basically take away the fundamental powers of Congress and put that power, too, in Trump's hands. So instead of checks and balances and limited government, we'd have more of a strongman system of government. We'd have a single leader with all the power of the state personally arrogated to him. No other part of the government, no other thing in the country at all would be allowed to constrain him.
The former president's allies are developing a plan that would immediately deploy the military to the streets against potential demonstrators.
Wir wollen, dass dieses Volk eins gehorsam ist und ihr müsst euch in den Gehorsam üben.
Should we do the pledge? I swear I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump.
Diesen heiligen Eid.
Yes, this holy oath.
And you know what else they say about my people? The polls. They say I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? We are going to have the largest deportation effort in the history of our country. We're bringing everybody back to where they came from. We have no choice. They come from Africa. They come from Asia. They come from South America.
About 15 years before he systematically murdered millions of people, Hitler put that phrase in Mein Kampf, quote, "Great civilizations died out as a result of contamination of the blood," calling it a poison to the national bloodstream and infecting public life. Hitler was warning about German blood being, as he described it, poisoned by Jews.
They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done. They poison mental institutions and prisons all over
Well, we don't have mental institutions. We have prisons.
the world, not just in South America, not just the 3 or 4 countries that we think about, but all over the world.
On the 15th of September 1935, the German Reichstag passed the Nuremberg laws that legally discriminated against Jews. The law for the protection of German blood and German honor, the Reich Citizenship Law, stripped Jews and many other racial minorities of their German citizenship, since it stated that only people with German or related blood could be citizens of the country.
Some legal scholars believe you can get rid of birthright citizenship without changing the Constitution.
With an executive order.
Exactly.
It was always told to me that you needed a constitutional amendment. Guess
14th
what?
Amendment.
You don't.
You don't.
Now they're saying I can do it just with an executive order.
Trump is taking things even further, reportedly planning to round up undocumented immigrants in the U.S. and build detention camps if he's elected to a second term.
Already did that.
That's according to an extensive report from the New York Times.
The concentration camps were a tool of oppression, not yet of systematic murder. In 1933, to many Germans, They were an acceptable part of the Nazi revolution.
Volk und Erde, das sind die beiden Wurzeln, aus denen wir unsere Kraft ziehen wollen.
Not all of those people were neo-Nazis, believe me. Not all of those people were white supremacists by any stretch. But you also had people that were very fine people, and the press has treated them absolutely unfairly.
Yeah, they're saying Jews will not replace us. Give me a fucking break. Replace you.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending
I like how
you.
it says that they're sending them too.
They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs.
No, they're actually escaping.
They're bringing crime.
Okay.
They're rapists. And they're destroying the blood of our country. They're destroying the fabric of our country.
Auflösung aller Gefühle in unserem Volk.
Winning is somewhat maybe innate. Maybe it's just something you have. You know, you have the winning gene.
Hitler was obsessed with the idea of the survival of the fittest, and Goebbels' propaganda films reflected this obsession. Hitler believed human beings were simply animals, and that the strongest animal...
Well, I mean, human beings are animals. We're part of the ape family, but okay.
...would always win. If his
That's not how it
subordinates
works,
were
though.
strong enough, then they would succeed without his help.
One of the smartest
Yeah,
people
let's see
in
that, let's see that beetle take on like 1 million ants.
history of MIT in my blood.
All men are created equal. Well, it's not true. Because some are smart, some aren't.
You're born a fighter, and I've seen a lot of people that want to fight, but they can't.
Man, diese schönen, starken Tiere zum Kampf auf Leben und Tod. Und in ihrem Walde hätten beide so ruhig weiterleben können.
Aber liebes Fräulein Volkmann, ein ruhiges Leben ist doch nirgends in der Natur zu finden.
Aber Herr Professor, es fressen sich doch nicht alle gegenseitig auf.
Wenn auch das nicht gerade. Aber sie leben alle in einem ständigen Kampf. Dabei wird das Schwache vernichtet.
Believe me, if it's good genes, we believe in genes, right? We're allowed to say. Do we believe in the gene thing? I mean, I do, right? You know, I do. Like they used to say, Secretariat doesn't produce slow horses.
Leben, politisch und wirtschaftlich gesehen, gibt es bestimmte Gesetze.
Hitler believed the entire world was locked in a permanent struggle in which the stronger must prevail.
I always said winning is somewhat maybe innate. Maybe it's just something you have. You know, you have the winning gene.
You retweeted somebody from Il Duce 2016. It was a Mussolini quote. It said, "It is better to live one day as a lion than 100 years as a sheep." Do you like the quote? Did you know it was
Sure.
Mussolini?
It's okay to know it's Mussolini. Look, Mussolini was Mussolini. It's okay to. It's a very good quote. It's a very interesting quote, and I know it. I saw it. I saw what, and I know who said it.
And one perceives that at the end of it all,
The way you
it is
fucking
always
talk,
the stronger who triumphs. The stronger asserts his will. It's the law of nature.
Wollen damit brechen mit allen Erscheinungen einer fauligen Demokratie und an ihre Stelle setzen. Die ewige Erkenntnis, dass alles, was groß ist, nur kommen kann aus der Kraft der Einzelpersönlichkeit. Und dass alles, was erhalten werden soll, wieder anvertraut werden muss, der Fähigkeit der Einzelpersönlichkeit.
Life is pleasant, but it can be war. Over the years, I participated in many battles and have really almost come out very, very victorious every single time. I've beaten many people and companies, and I've won many wars. I have fairly but intelligently earned many billions of dollars, which, in a sense, was both a scorecard and acknowledgement of my abilities. A lot of it's about the genes, isn't it? Don't you believe? The racehorse theory, you think was so different? You believe in genes, some do, some don't. But I had an uncle who was a professor at MIT. A man named Henry Ford, good bloodlines, good bloodlines. If you believe in that stuff, you got good blood. You know, I'm proud to have that German blood. There's no question about it. Great stuff.
Hitler said that those Germans he considered racially pure were better than anyone else, and many Germans believed him.
We have good stuff. We have great genes in this room. We have smart people. Good genes, you have good genes.
You have good genes, you know that, right? You have good genes.
It's in the genes, it's in the blood, right? So we are a failing nation. We are a nation in
very serious decline. If we don't get tough, and if we don't get smart and fast, we're not going to have our country anymore.
Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
Take our country back from billionaires,
ISIS,
that'd be
you know
nice.
where they have their military? They take it from, we leave it for Iraq, and ISIS comes in and takes it. I see these trucks and these beautiful tanks. They're all American tanks.
ISIS is honoring President Obama. He is the founder of ISIS. Death, destruction, terrorism, and weakness.
Außen unterwürfig pazifistisch, nach innen terroristisch.
Never before has there been such an egregious display of incompetence and weakness on the world stage.
Und gleich diesem außenpolitischen und machtpolitischen Verfall setzte nun ein der Verfall im Inneren.
With the military, we're ending woke immediately. You know, I ended woke. Literally, they want our military to be woke.
Auflösung all dieser großen Organisationen unseres Nationallebens und unserer nationalen Kraft.
We are a failing nation. We are a nation in decline. And now these radical left lunatics want to interfere with our elections by using law enforcement. This is going to be an election that's based on competence.
After the years of unemployment, inflation, and political uncertainty, Hitler promised Germany would be reborn and national pride restored. Germany would be a world power once again.
Biden and the radical Democrat Congress single-handedly created the highest inflation in decades.
Yeah, still not as crazy it was in Germany, though.
Now the inflation and high interest rates that Joe Biden caused have resulted in the Biden banking crisis. Biden and his enablers in Congress are directly responsible for creating this economic catastrophe. And with Joe Biden at the wheel, it will only get worse.
I'm lowering taxes, actually, because I think it's so important for corporations. We are cutting them big league.
How far can you cut them before they just hit
They
zero?
spent trillions of dollars, waged war on American energy, and pursued the socialist joke known as the Green New Deal, an absolute disaster for our country.
Mit 100 Milliarden wird umgegangen, als ob es sich bloß wenige tausend Mark handeln würde.
And they're tired of spending more money on education than any nation in the world per capita.
Bestritten werden alles, was sie ausgeben, für Schulen, für Bildungszwecke.
You have a welfare system that really is, it takes away the incentive.
Bestritten werden alles, was sie ausgeben, für Wohlfahrtszwecke.
I say to the Republicans out there, congressmen, senators, if they don't give you massive cuts, you're going to have to do a default. Because we're spending money like drunken sailors.
26 Millionen insgesamt Einnahmen. Und für Wohlfahrtsunterstützung allein sind 45 Millionen nötig.
We're at 18 trillion in debt. We're very soon going to be a lot more than that. And we're going to reach $24 trillion. When we do that, that's a sacred number, because that's a number from which there's almost no recovery.
So sieht es heute in Deutschland aus, unter dem Regiment Diese Parteien, die 14 Jahre lang unser Volk regierten.
The Nazi Party proposed little in the way of detailed policies, but it offered order, discipline, and the personality of Adolf Hitler.
That's generally how it went
The
here.
problem I have, I'm not a politician, thank goodness. Politicians are all talk, no action.
Ich habe deshalb es abgelehnt, jemals vor dieses Volk hinzutreten und billige Versprechungen zu geben.
And yet, when he
So
was
I
in
have
power,
a
he did
reputation for telling
the
it
same
like
shit
it is.
as everyone else. Probably the same way at
The first thing
when
I'm
he
going
gets
to do
elected
is tell you that if I'm elected president, I'm accepting no salary.
Ich tat es nicht Gehalt und nicht Lohn. Ich tat es deiner selbst wegen.
I love what I do. I would rather do what I'm doing than run for president. But I also love the country more.
Es ist der schwerste Entschluss meines eigenen Lebens gewesen. Ich habe gewagt, weil ich glaube, dass es sein muss.
I'm not doing this for fun. I'm doing it because we have to take our country back. Our country is in serious, serious problem.
Ich habe ihn gewagt, weil ich überzeugt bin, dass nun nicht mehr länger gezögert werden darf.
It can happen. Our country has tremendous potential. We have tremendous people.
Ich habe es gewagt, weil ich der Überzeugung bin, dass endlich unser Volk dort wieder zur Besinnung kommen wird.
I will bring it back. Bigger and better and stronger than ever before.
Kann mich nicht lossagen von der Überzeugung, dass diese Nation wieder einst auferstehen wird.
I am the chosen one.
Hitler later talked of being guided by a mystical force he called Providence. And this belief in himself as a kind of messiah was a key part of his charismatic appeal.
In 2016, I declared, I am your voice. Today I add, I am your warrior, I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution.
His motivation for retribution is now connected to a dehumanized target, people he calls vermin, and is coupled with the means for making it happen. He's the leading Republican candidate for president. There's new reporting on that in Axios under the headline, Trump allies pre-screen loyalists for unprecedented power grab. His inner circle plans to purge anyone viewed as hostile to the hard-edge authoritarian-sounding plans he calls Agenda 47.
Wir werden den Weg gehen, der nötig ist, dass Deutschland nicht verkommt.
Somebody, if I happen to be president and I see somebody who's doing well and beating me very badly, I say, go down and indict them.
We will drive out the globalists. We will cast out the communists. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country.
Kampf gegen die Erscheinungen unseres parlamentarisch-demokratischen Systems.
There's two ways to go: anger and nationalism, which has been done before in history. And you can go for nationalism, you can go for anger.
Trump is Adolf Hitler?
If you look at what's happening in with Donald Trump and his playing to the lowest common denominator and to the anger in us, you know, Adolf Hitler, we all look at Adolf Hitler in 1940. We should look at Adolf Hitler in 1929. He was a kind of a funny kind of character that said the things that people were thinking. Donald Trump is a dangerous man with the things that he has been saying.
Powerful figures on the traditional right still felt they had to negotiate with
now we know
Hitler.
why Mike Huckabee's been
They
shafted.
too wanted to
Or not
eliminate
Mike
democracy
Huckabee, what's that? Glenn Beck.
and destroy the communists. And without Hitler and the Nazis, they had no access to mass support.
And in case you're only listening to us on radio, I just donned a red Make America Great Again hat.
Tune changes
Hitler
real
stood
quick.
on the stage of the Bürgerbräukeller on November the 8th. He called for a national revolution to start in Bavaria and overthrow the left-wing government in Berlin.
Thousands storming the Capitol after a rally with President Trump, during which he urged them to march on the Capitol, where a joint session of Congress was debating and working to certify the election as our democracy dictates. Instead, they were halted by protesters who smashed through the doors, broke their way into the Capitol, making it to the Senate chamber, and throughout the Capitol, overwhelming police. Lawmakers diving for cover told to shelter in place, the country watching, the world watching what America looked like today.
Wow, we still out of country afterwards. Huh, go figure.
They were stopped by the police at the War Memorial at the Feldherrnhalle. The Nazis hoped the army and police, many of whom supported right-wing parties, would join them in a march on Berlin. The police didn't support them. Shots were fired, and the marchers were routed.
The mob storming the barriers, pushing through this door, Capitol Police unable to hold them back. There were so many chaotic moments, the tense interactions with Capitol Police overwhelmed, members of Congress and their staffs rushing for cover, reporters told not to reveal their whereabouts. This image tonight of a man walking through Statuary Hall carrying a Confederate flag. Some trying to breach the House chamber, armed security barricading the door, keeping them out. Behind them, members were taking shelter, some of them on the floor, some told to grab their gas masks to protect against tear gas. The march to the Capitol following those words from President Trump, speaking to his supporters, who he invited to Washington, saying, "You have to show strength," telling them to march to the Hill.
Republican lawmakers begging President Trump to tell his supporters to go home.
Call it off, Mr. President. We need you to call this off.
But for hours while his supporters rampaged through the Capitol, Trump remained inside the White House, silent.
We know that within 15 minutes of returning to the Oval Office on the morning of the 6th, after his famous speech to his supporters, he was informed that his supporters were now breaching the Capitol building. It was at that point that he retreated to the presidential private dining room off the Oval Office and sat for the next 3 hours watching coverage of the attack unfold on Fox News. We know that his closest advisors and his family members all implored him to send out a tweet or speak.
All right, I think I got all. We have 2 done in one day.
And we will finish out the night with some crazy. Are they crazy? Crazy! Onion nuggets. You guys ready to go out of your minds with the crazy videos?
Oh, you didn't just say crazy. You said this is the craziest videos of all time. So.
Craziest. I do not remember making that comment. I have no recollection of that.
All right, well, this better be the craziest thing I've ever seen. That's all I'm saying. So.
Right. Oh, yeah, gotta fix the audio. So, as always, limiter. Normalize.
To the nation or do something to call off the mob. Instead, he sent out a tweet attacking his own vice president, who at that point was fleeing from the mob. Now, we also heard anecdotal evidence from people who work in a national security capacity inside the White House who were able to listen in on other Secret Service radio transmissions. And that person described agents essentially fearing for their lives, telling people on the other end to say goodbye to their families. Candace, that's how close it came. That's how much danger they felt that they were in, that they were saying farewell to their own family members.
CNN has obtained exclusive recordings that reveal a chaotic last-ditch effort by former President Trump's campaign to get fake elector ballots to D.C. They were trying to get the fake ballots to former Vice President Mike Pence in a final push to overturn the 2020 election. The plan involved a haphazard chain of messengers, staffers for 2 sitting Republican members of Congress, and talk of even chartering a private jet. All of this to ensure the fake ballots from Michigan and Wisconsin got to the Capitol in time for the Electoral College certification on January 6, 2021. Emails and recordings show new context in the dizzying scope of the unsuccessful fake electors plot, a major piece of special counsel Jack Smith's criminal indictment against Trump.
In one set of text exchanges, one of the fake electors refers to the whole plot as a possible steal, as in what we're trying to do here is steal an election. Specifically, while discussing the logistics of the plot, the fake elector says they don't want to have a technicality mess up the possible steal. In this Wisconsin settlement, it is clear that Trump's team and the National Republican Party were all over this fake electors plot in ways we did not perhaps truly understand.
I thought they were against wearing masks.
In another exchange, another elector laments, apparently Ken Chesebro is inviting himself to this thing. And sure enough, these new pictures show Trump lawyer / skunk at the garden party, Ken Chesebro, in the room. The Trump team was apparently so involved in this plot in Wisconsin that they provided private security to the fake electors as they gathered together to pretend certify votes for Donald Trump.
Hitler was tried along with the other leaders of the putsch in early 1924. The trial was a media sensation with entrance to the court by ticket only. A defiant Hitler told the court,
"You may pronounce us guilty 1,000 times, but the goddess who presides over the eternal court of history will, with a smile, tear in pieces the charge of the public prosecutor and the verdict of this court, for she acquits us."
Hitler became famous for his apparently brave stand, but it was a con trick. For he knew as he spoke that the judge would be lenient towards him. Hitler had attempted revolution, incited murder, and his followers had robbed a bank. He served 9 months in Landsberg prison.
We turn on the news, this channel, any channel, we're always talking about these investigations.
You said this is the craziest video of all time. So.
Craziest! I do not remember making that comment. I have no recollection of that.
All right, well, this better be the craziest thing I've ever seen. That's all I'm saying. So,
right.
This is a dog jumping off the 5th story of a building.
Jesus.
Don't do it. No, I don't know why he's gonna do it. Why are you doing this? Jesus. And he runs off.
What the dude? That's...
Yep.
That dog should be toast.
He's fine.
Wait a minute.
What the fuck? Huh?
How did he do that? How did he make that happen?
I just can't believe he did it. That's that. He's like, you know what? I can do it.
Dude, he free falls for like...
I always worry about my dog doing that just on my balcony.
Yeah, that's just insane for a dog. That's that. He's like, you know what? I can do it.
Dude, he free falls for like 3 seconds.
It's like, yeah, I'm good.
Runs away with his tail wagging and shit.
I don't know.
Dude, I think even a cat would get hurt jumping from that high. That's crazy.
There's very few animals I can see jumping that high and that far and landing on the ground and just being fine. Yeah, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Told you. Do I deliver or do I deliver?
Woman films man persistently hitting on her while she's trying to work.
Oh, this is gonna be cringe, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Is he like super incel?
Nice. No.
Great opening line. Are you in high school?
Hey, you high school? What's going on?
Are you jailbait or not? That's literally like Gearhead's creepy line from Rick and Morty.
I think you got it.
You only pick out a sticker? Dude, she's just throwing herself at you.
I mean, guys, I hate to sound like a misogynist, but I know what a wet pussy looks like, alright?
Dude, she's just throwing herself at you. I mean, you just obviously keep this going.
I mean, guys, I hate to sound like a misogynist, but I know what a wet pussy looks like, alright? She is begging for it right now. She's gonna have to wring her fucking underwear out of here.
You know? She's obviously hot. She is madly in love with this guy. It just couldn't be clear. Every sign possible.
Given all the clear signals that she's super interested in.
Yeah, really short answers. Dilate with interest right away. Her cheeks are flush, you know? I mean, everyone knows you're trying to have a conversation with someone. They give you super short, dismissive answers. That means they really want you. Yeah, it's because they're so nervous around you that they can't help but just give the shortest, curtest answer, you know?
You know who I picture doing this to her?
Who?
Charlie Marno. From Tales from the Crypt, the fat guy that's all into Demi Moore.
Oh, shit.
You remember that episode? My favorite episodes. She meets, Demi Moore's like a hot chick working as a cocktail waitress. She meets this huge, fat, disgusting, pimply slob that can tell her. And then she finds out that she goes to some like fortune teller who tells her like, you will be married and then the man will get rich and then die violently. And so she marries him for his money and he wins the lotto or something, gets some inheritance. And the cops shoot him. That was his violent death.
Of course.
His name was Charlie Marno, dude. I just pictured and the cops shoot him. That was his violent death.
Of course.
His name was Charlie Marno, dude. I just pictured Charlie Marno back there fucking spitting the Riz at this little college chick.
No. I guess.
Oh my god, dude.
Where's the geographic location of that? Nothing gets a girl wet like asking her geography questions.
So you like stay in the dorms there, kid? What's your dorm room number? Any windows?
Social security number last week.
Yeah, this is there.
No.
He's not gonna take the hit.
He already hasn't. Is this stuff I bought like mine? It's like, yeah. The stuff I purchased, that's like mine now. You wanna know my pin?
Man, I've never seen more chemistry between two people than this right here.
Yeah, we can't believe the level of dumb you have to be to keep trying at this point. Like, oh, he knows. How do you? I mean, you gotta know it's over by now, right? Like, you not to fail. Try again somewhere else. Yeah, this guy does not care. He's just hoping desperately if he keeps talking that somehow. Maybe if I keep talking, she's suddenly just there's gonna be something that snaps in her brain. Like, wait a minute, this is a good-looking guy. Like, wow, this. That's not the way. Yeah, I'm not done. Well, this guy I guess does.
Do you want your receipt? Alright, go ahead. Yep.
Am I though? Yeah, you're. Am I though?
Oh my god.
How pathetic. Am I?
Almost it, but am I though? That'll get her. That'll break the ice.
Yeah, because you know what? She's gonna be sitting there dourly disgusted by you, like.
And then started the conversation.
And he's gonna say, "Am I though?" She's like, "Ooh."
It's the worst time to start a conversation when you're
the first question shown
stuck
here
behind a
is,
register.
Like, are you in high school? Like,
yeah, I was about to say.
He's on the prowl for an underage girl, clearly.
You in high school, sweetheart? No. Oh god. Where'd you college at? I'd love to come visit you sometime.
What a fucking weirdo, dude. But I'm a creep. What a fucking weirdo, dude. But I'm. What a fucking. Weirdo, dude. But I'm a creep. Yeah, a 19-year-old that doesn't have social media. Was it possible? Sure. But dude, just take a fucking hint.
She is done, dude.
That's a look of just like, leave me the fuck alone. That's a total, like, if I wasn't gonna lose my job for trying to go fuck yourself and get the fuck out of here. That's, I mean, just a look of just like, total revulsion. That's what happens when you tell dudes to be confident and add no additional advice. I mean, he doesn't come across as confident, though.
It's confident enough to talk to her.
He doesn't even come across as confident, though. Yeah, it comes across, there's like a difference between confident and like desperate. This comes across as desperation. Well, number one, even if, like, let's say this guy was just a normal dude who's just have a normal conversation, if the input you get from people is a one-word answer, it doesn't matter what their gender is or anything else, that person does not want to talk to you. So what you do is you realize, like, oh, even if I just want to have a conversation with this person just casually about whatever, the stickers I'm buying, they're not interested in that conversation with you, so you should just move the fuck on from trying to have a conversation with them. And if you think it's going to get you some date, fuck on. With you, so you should just move the fuck on from trying to have a conversation with them. And if you think it's going to get you some date or something, you're just beyond mistaken. You're not very friendly, are you? You're an unfriendly bitch, aren't you? Lesbian. Some kind of dyke or something, I bet. You're cute.
Oh my god, this is just getting worse and worse and worse.
You're cute. You're cute. The way you, like, are stone cold to me and, like, have total nothing like revulsion and, like, looking at me like you hate me and want me to fall over dead. That's cute. That's adorable. It's adorable how you feel super uncomfortable around me.
I'm starting to get an idea why this, like, young male loneliness epidemic is happening, dude.
Yeah.
I have not watched somebody. Dude, I don't think I've ever seen somebody crater this hard in my life, dude.
Oh, I definitely have.
I've seen some dudes shoot their shots and get turned down, but I don't think I've ever seen an epic crater like this.
I mean, I've seen some bad ones in real life. I've seen some bad ones on the net, but yeah, this is probably, I think, too, because this guy doesn't really realize what's going on.
Oh,
she's
the one
do this too. Okay, thanks, equal person.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. I've seen that too, but that's not the point of this video.
Cougars do this?
That is true. That happened to me. That happened to me too. That happened when I was fucking playing the slot machine. That weird. I even put in my little stand-up set at the meetup. When I was fucking playing the slot machine. That happened when I was fucking tough. That happened when I was playing the slot machine. That weird. I even put in my little stand-up at the meetup. That weird bitch came up to me and was like, "I bet you wish you had a nickel or a dollar." I was like, "Wish you had a dollar for every time someone wanted to pet your beard or asked to pet your beard." I'm like, "What the? Oh, you're a fucking magnet for weird shit. You're like, aren't you just like, Scotty? Can you come like just be near me? Because like no one's gonna come up to you." And I'm like, "That's so true." I do not get approached with that shit because people just know I'm an asshole. They're just like, "There's no way this guy wants to hear my shit," and they're right.
How old do you think this dude is? I mean, we can't see him, so I have no idea.
He's not shown in the video, but he doesn't sound like he's old, like an old man or anything. Yeah, I'm guessing he's probably somewhere in his 20s. I guess
20s or early 30s, maybe.
Not really.
If every question you ask someone is just like, no, they don't want to talk to you. It's like, do you breathe oxygen? No, I don't breathe oxygen. No, I don't need it.
I'm just a 19-year-old surfer girl who has no social media and hates the beach, dude.
You're right. Hate those. Do you eat food? No?
It's not really a beach, is it? It's a lake.
I mean, kind of. Some the beach.
Well, the lake has a beach.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the ocean to have a beach. Okay, yeah.
Oh my god, this guy's just lingering. We're gonna get flagged for that. Don't worry, be happy. I didn't think about that.
That's ironic. I was playing too.
It was playing way far in the back. Usually that's not gonna hit it, but we'll see, I guess.
Don't worry.
Is this how you like de-escalate a kangaroo fight? Is what I think it said.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they get a little rowdy, and humanity has to step in to protect these beautiful animals.
He's standing right up to show me how big he is. He'll lean right back, and he'll use that tail as a spring, and he'll come forward. And here, well, you can see. No, stop, come on, come down. We're going to go down, and he'll come down. And that is the end of the conflict.
Oh my god, is there any love making now?
Dude, get it on. I think part 2 is how to fuck a kangaroo.
Yeah, unfortunately we did not. That's been truncated out. This says can't park there. I have no idea what that means.
I assume someone's going to stop somewhere they really shouldn't. Yeah, this is a great spot to park. What are you guys talking about? All right, so
yeah,
here.
That's not a great parking spot.
Yep, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
All right, absolutely destroyed the freeway. and then gets away with it too.
I hate to be racist, but this is somewhere in Asia, right? I don't know.
I don't
I hate to be racist, but this is somewhere in
Nothing gets away with it.
Hate to be racist.
And then gets away. And then gets away with it too.
Somewhere in Asia, right? I don't know.
I don't know. I can't really tell. It could be European, could be Asian. I can't.
I feel like my race, the racist part of my brain is like, this is in Asia. She just like racism detected. Asia, they cannot drive. I saw them stop in the middle of the fucking freeway. I'm like, this has to be in the middle of the stop in the middle of the freeway. I'm like, this has to be in Asia, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. That is probably China. Yep. That's why you said it, not us. How about that? That is probably China. That's why you said it, not us.
Yeah, like leaves, makes the illegal turn that they missed, and just leaves after tipping over 2 giant semis. Oh my god.
Oh, they were unarmed. They were unarmed.
You guys know why Asians can't drive good?
Why?
Because they can't squinty eyes.
I think that was actually that's a comedian from the 80s. Whatever his name was, Kim. Whatever. The dirty nursery rhymes. Oh, Andrew Dice Clay. Yeah, he did pretty much that joke.
There's a guy who's got his high off coffee, I guess.
Yeah, why not? Turn the volume on. Yeah.
I drank a lunch worth of coffee a day. He told me he drank 20 days worth of instant coffee and stayed up the whole time he was in jail. Seems pretty hyper. Hey, can I have some? Hey, can I have soup? Try to sleep it off. One shot. All I need is one shot. How you feeling? I'm just gonna stay away from the Colombian horse. I can't handle coffee. Apparently not. I can handle crystal meth. Stop drinking the coffee. Stay out of that. Stay out of jail. I do my coffee. Okay. Anyone would think he's high on some illegal drugs, but I confirmed that he was in the Henderson jail. He really is just high on coffee.
He went to fucking jail for being high on coffee.
I mean, whatever, bro.
I guess if you take too much of it. High on life, man. High on life. Fuck. High on life, man. High on life, man. High on life.
Coffee, I guess, huh?
Well, you know what, guys? We can relax now. A nice relaxing day. For a nice relaxing fishing expedition. Crack it with a few cold ones, TJ, and catch some good old fish. That's about as American as apple pie. Oh, that's like a nice one right there.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh? Looks like a jet ski.
Just like
rams him.
Pass out the wheel or something?
I think they're not paying attention. Oh, no, dude. You see the person on the jet ski gets slammed by the boat that hit.
Yeah, that
I mean, dude, you fucking go back a little bit. You might be able to see the frame here where the dude that's on the jet ski fucking eat shit. Yeah. I mean, dude, that man by the boat they fucking hit.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, you fucking go back. The boat they hit.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, you fucking go back a little bit. You might be able to see the frame here where the dude that's on the jet ski fucking eat shit. It's on the jet ski fucking eat shit.
That's a little too far.
Yeah, a little too far. Yes, right there. Oh yeah. Oh man, that hurt like a motherfucker.
No, maybe it didn't for long.
That's true. I don't know. Might have been a long time to go to sleep. Take that long to sleep.
What is this? Store clerk passes out, customers rob store instead of helping.
Look, we talked earlier about the best of humanity, and well, that doesn't always happen. We're about to see it in action. Look, this guy, passes out. This guy's like, we're gonna run out of the store. They're like, wait a minute, is he dead? Oh, dead.
Damn, he just stripped his pockets right there.
He's like, you know what? Let's rob this bitch.
Damn. It's our
there's no cameras in these places, thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
Auburn,
cameras here.
Oh no.
He's going in for some smokes. Grabbed him a few cartons of smokes. He's out of there. Oh, so now somebody else coming in.
Faith in humanity is restored. Try to get in that register. Try to figure out how to get in there. You got it. Yep. I'll steal the money. They're both grabbing for it. Oh, you grab some. I'll grab some. Anything underneath? Oh, yeah, some cash there too. Know you're on camera. I mean, like, how do you not know you're on camera right now, dude? They're just greedy.
At the very least, like, I don't know.
Like, I can understand being a scumbag, but at least be smart about it. I'd be a smart scumbag. Like, you gotta look up there and be like, oh yeah, there's a security camera right there that's totally gonna see me do this, so I probably shouldn't. This is how I imagine TJ and Corn Pop's relationship ending. Oh shit, that's how Corn Pop kills me at last. Yeah, TJ just comes into his house. He's bringing his giant, whatever that is. I guess his toy collection. Just, you look, I brought a rolling case for stores. And then Corn Pop's just had enough of your bullshit. TJ's like, you know what, TJ? You're a piece of shit. You always mistreated me. Never fed me when I wanted to be fed. I'm done with you. This cat doesn't like that thing.
Damn, that cat.
You tried to hit me with that thing, bitch. It's too fast. It's too fast. It doesn't stop at all. He's like,
that's tearing him up.
He's have a shield. He's up on the table. He's like, what the? Oh, that cat is. It will not stop. Oh shit! No! Oh no! Oh no! It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. Get out of there.
Yeah, get behind a closed door or something.
Get out of there. What are they doing with that trash can? Bitch down to hold that shut so you can get out. That cat's gunning for you, man. What they got to do? The cat perceived. Like he almost ran the cat over with that fucking big box he's put in there, and the cat basically perceived it as like, this motherfucker's trying to kill me, so I'm gonna kill him first. Cat over with that fucking big over with that big box he's put in there, and the cat basically perceived it as like, this motherfucker's trying to kill me, so I'm gonna kill him first. Sounds like a cat. But that's how you and Corn Pop, that's what's gonna happen, dude. You're gonna end up, he's trying to kill you.
Last but certainly not least, this shit. Whoa.
What a fucking alien, dude.
What the fuck happened here? Whoa, what the fuck?
Fucking alien, dude. Here you go, Mr. Octopus.
Fingly Maglunov, Cthulhu Relay, Ubagana Ulfatagan, Cthulhu Fatagan.
Here you go, man. That way. That's the way. Octopus, like, leave me alone. I'll get better on this boat. I know what I'm doing. Oh, I see. Never mind.
Don't put your hands on me. Don't give me the bum's rush.
Yeah, Octopus, like, I'll leave when I'm goddamn well ready to leave. I mean, that's as right as an octopus.
And that, my friends,
solid alien reference, TJ. I caught that. I think it might have been unintentional because I don't remember making an aliens reference, but sure. No, you leave that shit. When people say that shit, you're just like, yeah,
you know, I know all the classics.
I have encyclopedic knowledge of film, so I can just bring up a quote whenever I need to. Yeah.
But anyway,
I guess that's it. I guess that's our show, right? We've made all our goals. I mean, we haven't got TJ here, dude. After his nice leisurely dinner with his nice dinner guest. But TJ, how'd you feel? How'd your dinner guest reacting? You're like, I'm sorry, guys. I have to go now.
Well, yeah, whatever.
You guys are gonna have to leave now because I'm an idiot and can't keep my schedule straight. Sorry. Have a good evening.
I mean, they didn't have to leave.
Yeah, whatever. You show them the door. You're like, you know what?
Yeah, I kicked him out. I was like,
get out of here, you bitch. I'm glad you have some spaghetti freeloaders. Now get the fuck out.
All right. I didn't think I was going to pull anything for that. I didn't. It's just a simple, yeah, crazy videos. Make sure I get them all. I finish this video and call it a night.
And what we're not talking about is organizing that's happening in communities to actually try to build a coalition to defeat American fascist offerings. I think we are kind of lulled into like a passive, to being like passive consumers of legal cases, winding on about which, over which we have no control, instead of doing the thing over which we have immense control. Only half of us vote in this country. There's a whole other half of people who could be organized into voting, into actually building a movement to put American fascism in its proper place, which is the dustbin of history. And every moment that we are kind of obsessing and fixating over, will the courts come for him? We're not talking about fixing this the old-fashioned way, which is beating it at the ballot box.
So what we have to hope for is that if and when he finally becomes the official Republican nominee, it will motivate the sane people to go out and vote against him. That's the hope. We have to hope for that.
Yeah, well, now we gotta vote for Genocide Joe, so probably not gonna happen.
Guys, we can relax now.
What happens in a single community is the problem of its own citizens. But it is also the problem of us.
All right. I call it a night. I gotta get lunch ready and go get ready for the job. Goodbye. Good night.
All. Because as communities go, so goes the nation.
There's a video called Atheists Suck at Logic.
Hey friends,